everybody. Welcome to IGN First. This is very exciting. I'm sitting here with Tim Schafer. Tim, welcome. Did you want an intro too?
That was a good intro. You yelled "Hey" really loud, which woke me up.
Yeah, that gets everyone excited.
Good.
Yeah.
My intro is I would like to say I don't know if this is bad or not, but I want to say don't watch this video.
Don't watch.
Stop watching this video right now.
Okay, so first off,
I should have said that earlier.
This is Broken Age. This is Act 2. This is the first time we're seeing Act 2.
Broken Age. The first time anyone's seen anything from Broken Age Act 2. So if you haven't played Broken Age Act 1, you should have stopped watching a long time ago. You've already seen too much.
You've already seen too much, but definitely
don't watch this.
You don't want to look at when we go to the next room either, because that's definitely
But you can go and buy Act 1 right now and play it.
Yeah,
so pause this.
Yeah, go play that.
Don't close the window. Go play it.
Well, no, you can close the window because then when you come back, you'll get a second ad, and so we get two ads.
So more money for Marty.
More money because the ads go right into my pocket.
Right into Marty's pocket.
That's how ads go.
And then you can come back and watch this. So
okay.
We'll just wait quietly while they're leaving.
Perfect. This is exciting. This is finally happening.
Do you think they're gone?
We were actually I think, we have no viewers.
Oh, now they've come back.
Yeah.
Hey, welcome back.
Mazel tov.
I hope you liked Act 1. I hope that was fun for you.
I liked Act 1.
Did you like Act 1?
I enjoyed Act 1 a lot.
Thank you.
Yeah, I don't remember what I gave it. It was a big score, though.
Don't bring up scores right now.
It was a large number. It was a 9.5.
I'm sure it was a 10.
According to the disembodied voice.
9, 10, whatever.
But this is huge. We were talking before this about how, I remember the day when the Kickstarter was announced. And how,
Me too.
Yeah, but I'm like, that was so long ago. I wasn't even at IGN. I was just a little boy.
You weren't at IGN?
I was at 1UP at the time.
Oh my gosh.
So I remember, Tina Sanchez was there. And
oh my gosh.
Yeah, and so, what does it feel like? The finish line is in sight.
Also, her name was Tina Sanchez.
It was at the time.
Lots of things have changed, man.
She wasn't even married yet.
3 years.
Yeah.
That's how long it takes to make a game.
That's true.
I don't know if people know
Did you think it was going to take 3 years at the time?
Well, Grim Fandango took 3 years.
That's a good video game.
Yeah.
I'm a fan of that.
Well, thanks.
Yeah.
Psychonauts took 5 years.
That's a long time.
But when we launched the Kickstarter, we did not think we were starting a 3-year endeavor for sure. We thought we were going to be starting maybe 6 months. $400,000 goes fast.
Yeah, because that's sort of what Double Fine's MO.
But then we got more money. We got enough money for a year.
We gave you guys a lot of money.
Yeah. Yeah. Thank you for that, by the way. Thanks for backing.
Yeah, I did it.
And then once we started making the game, we were like, we want to put our own money into this.
Sure.
Because we then started making money by self-publishing.
Yeah.
Things like Brutal Legend PC and the Humble Bundle that we did. And so we had some money to put into the rest of Broken Age, and then we shipped the first half of Broken Age and put that money into Broken Age, and now it is the way it is, I think, the best version of itself.
So people who are seeing this are probably excited. People who haven't played Act 1 are confused, but people who have played Act 1...
No one's not played.
That's true.
Everyone left, and they went and played Act 1.
Yeah, it's not like people would just
Otherwise, you're just insane.
Yeah, crazy, man. But, so this, it seems like Act 2 is going to be a lot about sort of the role reversal of the two characters swapping places and having interactions with those characters that they didn't have the first time.
As was kind of hinted at in the very last shot of Act 1.
Yeah.
Now, Vela and Shay are in different worlds, and you get to see their worlds through different eyes, and even though a lot of the locations are technically the same, a lot of them look different, and the ship has been heavily damaged, as you can see.
Totally, and the ship's super confused as to where is Shay and why is this girl here.
And also all of the interactions, obviously, all the completely new puzzles, obviously.
Yeah.
But all the interactions with the people are very different, and the relationships are very different, and people now know things. Vela's family, is going to be really different than Vela's family was in the first act, because they've been through this experience of learning, what happened after.
Yeah. Obviously, the final moments of Act 1 sort of turn the entire story on its head, so it's going to be also dealing with the ramifications of that.
Yeah.
I like how I remain spoiler-free, even though, in theory...
Who has?
I tried to with that sentence. I didn't say what the
exactly.
Act 1 were.
Exactly, it was spoiler-free.
So another big thing right now is that we're playing on a video game console and not on a personal computer.
Yeah, we could be sitting on a couch.
Yeah,
if we wanted to.
Absolutely. Can we show PlayStation-y things, such as buttons at the bottom of the screen?
PlayStation-y things.
PlayStation-y things are like squares and triangles, circles.
Squares and triangles
X's.
happen. You want him to prove it?
I want him to prove it. So there you go.
Oh my God, triangle! I see a triangle to square. So this is the console, the controller. It's been revamped to work with a controller. You can hit the right button and left button to cycle between the inventory items like a cursor. So if you look on his cursor, he's just flipping through them right now. You don't have to move the cursor down to the tray like on the PC version. It's more faster play like that. You can use the right stick to snap between hot objects. Hot objects.
Is that what they call them in game dev?
Yeah, hot objects. That's what they call me. just making it so even though it is a point-and-click game, still that
Yeah.
it is really kind of elegant to play on a
Yeah,
on a
totally.
console. Is elegant a console word?
Elegant can be, yeah.
But she's getting to see now. Belle's getting to see some
This is adorable.
like Shay's childhood, drawings and
Was
so.
his dream of ghost busting or ghost busting ghosts are on fire?
Those aren't ghosts. Those are just people. Well, maybe they're ghosts.
That could be ghosts.
I don't want to say.
What if
They could
everyone's
be
a ghost?
Yarn pals.
Oh, yarn pals.
But here's Shay's teeth, which is creepy.
Yeah,
Maybe
that's
she'll
super
make
creepy,
something out of those, like a voodoo necklace. No,
Are-
maybe.
Are voodoo necklaces things? That's terrifying.
But the idea is that those characters still really haven't met. They briefly met,
Yeah.
but they still haven't really talked. But the whole story is about those two characters, but they get to learn about each other by exploring each other's like
Worlds
private
and-
stuff
yeah,
and
totally,
worlds.
totally.
They're getting to see his. How embarrassing would it be this girl gets to come to your house
It just rummages through your
and
stuff.
rummages through all
And
your
that's always
stuff.
the fear of
She
like,
sees
I'm
your
gonna
baby
die.
teeth.
Yeah, I'm gonna die, and then someone's gonna have to clean my house, and they're gonna find all my weird stuff.
And,
Got a lot of weird stuff.
there's a lot of weird stuff in
Yeah.
Shay's.
Totally. So would you say this game, obviously it's going to assume that you've played Act 1, so does this sort of pick up right where it left off in
It's
terms
the
of
second-
like,
when you-
puzzles and in terms of...
When you play the game now, it won't say end of Act 1. It will just go right into Act
that's
2
right.
starts
Okay.
at that split screen.
Yeah.
You get to choose whether to play Bella or Shay.
Oh, perfect.
And then it
So
just
they
continues on like
that's
nothing
awesome.
happened.
That's awesome.
I mean, I'm hoping, even though your save game will work if you play through Act 1, I'm hoping that people actually start over again
Yeah.
because they've forgotten maybe. And also, there are a lot of hints. A lot of our story things and puzzles are set up in Act 1.
Yeah,
And they pay off in Act 2. There's a lot of things that, like, when people played Act 1, they're like, I never understood what that thing was for. It's like, well, that thing was a setup for something in
and
Act
that's
2.
tough. I mean, if you played the game at launch
And if we
over
made
a year
a-
ago...
Yeah.
Yeah.
And if we made it previously on Broken
Yeah.
Age, then they would call too much attention to those
Sure,
things.
yeah.
And you'd be like, previously on Broken Age, this character said this weird line about a door.
Yeah, I wonder if that's going to come
I
back.
wonder if that's going to come back.
We're going to Curtis's house now.
There's some sort of flyer in here.
And
excited to see
Shay's
Curtis
starting to
again.
see how much Bella's family cares about him.
Yeah. So the same mechanics where you can swap between Shay and Vela at will
Yep.
in this episode?
Yep. There's a little more reason to do so.
Uh-oh.
maybe, in
Was
this
that a tease? With a Z?
You could making my tease gesture.
That's-
I don't know what that means.
That was a tease.
I should have done more like
That's
a
good.
little more.
That's good. They shut that camera off a while ago. No, they didn't actually do that.
Why are you lying to me?
Has Curtis's life changed at all?
Well, Curtis has changed his. He's an inspiration-driven artisan.
Okay. So
And
Curtis
so-
is no longer a woodworker, is he? He's no longer a lumberjack.
No, he'll explain here in a minute why he started getting into metal.
Okay.
He's a hipster,
Sure.
and he's got a little
He's just a
hipster,
different. He's just a different type of hipster now.
Yeah.
I like it.
I see.
and it's the great Will Wheaton doing his voice.
Of course.
Some of the funniest parts of the game are Will's performance of Curtis.
So are new characters introduced in Act 2, or is it mostly?
They are, but we're not gonna show them.
We're not gonna show. But
because they're secret.
Are they secret characters?
Secret, yeah. They're new characters.
Is one of them a ball of energy, like a floating ball of energy?
What have you seen?
A little too much, actually.
Oh my
You
gosh.
shouldn't have got here late.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm
we
not
saw-
gonna tell you.
We saw everything.
There's some new things that happen.
And there was
There's
no
do you
new
think
characters.
Curtis, do you think
for
Curtis
sure.
is ever gonna shave?
got into metal.
Him?
Yeah.
He'll shave once he realizes that
How long have you been
if you said something to him, but like that's a great beard, a lot of very popular beard style.
I'm not a fan
He would
of beards.
immediately shave it.
Not a fan of
So I've
beards.
been like hardcore about 6 hours.
So if you bought
What is that big ladder
Act
doing
1 on PC or
There's a ladder
on
on
mobile,
my roof.
eventually when when Act 2 comes out, you're gonna get it for free,
For
right?
free.
You're
I
not
don't even know
purchasing
why
it
we're
again.
talking about it, because they'll just get it for free
'Cause you just have
automatically.
it, yeah.
Even if they tried not to get it,
Yeah.
it would still come.
Is
Pretty
Val a
much,
friend of yours?
right?
That's sad.
She used to come around.
But-
Maybe what if people unplug their
Had a
internet?
thing for my stool.
I
Then
guess
they
a lot of
wouldn't
people have
get it.
wireless.
Then they wouldn't
Then they
get
wouldn't
it,
get
right?
it.
But then they wouldn't be part of society anymore.
What if it turned out that Act 2 was on there the whole time, that you just had to do a cheat code?
That's
You guys have
actually-
been done with this for like a
We've
year
done
and a half.
stuff like that in the past. We actually shipped the game for a day, and whoops.
Have you really?
I think Middle Manager Justice went up
Oh, I remember that.
on
Yeah,
accident.
totally. Yeah.
Because if you don't set this one thing, it automatically posts, and oh lord.
Are we going to see Jack Black?
Yeah, little Jack
Jacques
Black.
Phew.
We recorded
Now
this
that was
a
ladder.
while back, and now it's great that people get
Whoa.
to see
Check out these crazy clouds.
Jack. But
So
what were we
I
talking
mean,
about?
I
Oh, people will get it, but hopefully there are a bunch of people who were like, I'm gonna wait until this is done. Kickstarter's fun and everything. Transparency is great, but I'm gonna wait till it's a fully complete game before I play it. So they can do that.
So
Here's Jack.
there he is. He's stuck up there.
He's stuck up there as you, the player, stuck him up there.
Yeah, that was.
You
really
marooned
awesome.
him.
But he has.
But
weak
this is
legs.
funny. Hold on.
I've been up here too long. My feet are weak. They're like little teacups. I dare not use them.
It's one of my favorite lines of the game. Not the writing, but
you
the
write it?
performance.
Did you write it?
I wrote it all, but just
I wrote everything.
Jack's little, they're like little teacups.
No.
He's so funny. Elijah's so funny.
Yeah.
And you watch the documentary, or
Which the documentary is now free.
yeah.
It's slowly being rolled out. The episodes are being rolled out.
Originally, it was
Yeah.
just for backers,
Yeah.
and we talked to our backers about how
Mind if I try your ladder?
wouldn't it be great if everyone got to see this, because we noticed there's a big difference between what our backers know and think about the project and what the world
Totally,
at large
yeah,
thinks
yeah.
about it. A lot of people are like, whatever happened to that game? I never
Yeah,
hear
they
anything
just
about it.
took
We're
our
like,
money. They're never making it back.
we make a documentary about
Yeah.
it. You can watch that.
Yeah.
Little far
But
there for that.
the backers are great about it. They're like, yeah, I think this is a great. I've learned a lot about game development,
Oh, totally, yeah.
and it just makes me feel really connected to it. And I think it was. So a lot of people, maybe want to make games themselves someday, and they find it inspiring to see.
Yeah,
And that was one of the
absolutely.
goals. Is kind of like to see that regular people make games, not
Yeah.
super rocket scientists.
Yeah. You
Where,
guys aren't
believe it or
super
not,
rocket scientists?
not a rocket scientist.
Not super. Well, you're super.
But when you see people going through it, or other people who make games, are like, it's great to see that everyone has the same struggles that
yeah,
we do.
yeah. That level of transparency is rare in the industry.
That was our whole mission
Yeah.
with the Kickstarter. It first started as like a documentary project, not a game project.
Yeah.
And when we say in the pitch video, it's like it may go well or it may all go to hell. Like
Sure.
this game might completely crash and
Totally,
burn and
yeah.
never come out, but we're gonna still make this amazing documentary about it.
Yeah. That's awesome.
People forget that was,
I'm sure it looks harder.
especially when we got so much money.
Yeah.
But look, it did not crash and burn.
No,
In fact, it came
pretty
out,
good.
and it's awesome.
Yeah.
That's my personal opinion about
That
Act
it's
2.
awesome.
That it's pretty much flawless and awesome.
You can put your own name on it. Pretty much flawless.
I
Creator
mean,
of
that
game.
just objectively stepping
Yeah.
back and looking at it as just a kind of
what does
work
it
of
look
art.
like
That's
Sure.
perfect.
Yeah.
I
It's
could-
the Venus de Milo of interactive.
Was
media.
Venus de Milo, as AC/DC said, it's like Venus de Milo with arms.
That's really good.
Even better.
So has there been anything sort of that, obviously, did you learn anything from Act 1?
No.
That you put it? You didn't learn anything.
No.
You just made all the same mistakes.
No. Like Homer Simpson, I will never learn. No comeuppance for me.
Yeah.
I learned nothing.
Yeah.
No, we learned a lot. What are you telling me?
No, I was telling because
Were you saying down
I don't want to character
on the
just,
rug?
Just walk around. Just go do things. Just go have fun.
What did I learn? We learned a lot, and we got a lot of feedback from the backers.
Totally.
And it's interesting because it was not originally meant to be split up.
Mm-hmm.
So the first half of the game was always going to be easier than the second half.
Sure.
But we only released the first half. People never really hit the hard puzzles, and they're kind of
Totally,
like, this is kind of easy.
Yeah, yeah.
And I was like, hold on, the hard part's coming.
Yeah.
And so a lot of the puzzles in the second half are harder. And I wouldn't say that changed a lot because of the feedback we got. I always knew they were going to be harder, but it definitely gave us permission. Cause when we're worried about, is this puzzle too hard?
Yeah.
Just knowing there's some people who want, especially the later half of the game, to be just have some real stumpers
Totally,
in there.
yeah, yeah.
And really have to sit there and scratch their heads.
Yeah.
And it'll be interesting to see how, a lot of people who love adventure games, they like to be stumped when
Oh, yeah,
the
absolutely.
stumping is entertainment.
Yeah.
The stumping is entertaining.
Stumping
what
is
kind of
entertaining.
What kind of stumps are entertaining?
What kind of stumps?
Pirate
aren't
stumps.
Pirate
Those are
stumps.
entertaining.
Tree stumps.
Some tree stumps.
Man, if there was a man named Stumps, that would be pretty funny. That'd be a strange name for a
It's
man.
getting into some dodgy territory, even for IGN.
Oh, this is getting weird. Yeah. Tim, thank you so much for joining us for this. We're
Thank
gonna have
you.
so much more.
Yeah.
On Broken Age. I don't even want to call it Broken Age Act 2 anymore.
I heard you
because
talking.
well,
That's an
it's
interesting
just
question
gonna
what
be
to
Broken
call
Age.
it. We want to make sure everyone knows that it's complete. It's the whole thing.
Yeah.
It's Act 1 and 2 together. But it's just
What about
Broken Age.
Broken Age Complete, and the complete's with a K, and the K's backwards?
Com with a com dash pleat.
Pleat. Yeah.
And
I
then
think that's
just
good.
a pleat.
Yeah.
Like in a skirt? Like
Yeah.
a pleat?
Yeah,
That kind of
pleated
pleat?
skirt. Yeah. Yeah. But it's we're gonna have so much more on
lost
Broken
me.
Age Pleat all week on IGN First, including a little bit of an interview. We're gonna have some raw gameplay and some pretty exciting things. It's gonna be
Super
raw.
raw.
Tim, thank you so much for joining me.
Awesome.
Everyone, thank you so much for watching.
Thanks for playing. Thanks for backing.
Thanks for backing. And for everything else Broken Age, you're already in the right place. IGN.com.
Woo!